Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to a review. Today we are going to review the Orbit 1 Mini Smart Wi-Fi Dashcam from Vycol. I've been sent this by the manufacturers and asked to give it an honest review. So we are going to unbox it, we're going to have a look at it, we'll go through the specifications briefly, then we'll get it in the car and we'll see what it's like. So let's go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, shrink wrapped as these products always are, so just get it open. And there we have it. Okay, so here we go. So the Vycol Orbit 1 Mini Smart Wi-Fi Dash Camera. So opening the box, what we have is a little instruction leaflet. We have a little box of accessories there, which is going to be cables and things, I imagine. We'll get those out in a minute. And here we have the actual camera itself. Let me get rid of the little wrapping. So here's the little camera itself. What a smart looking little thing it is. Look at that. How smart does that look? So we've got a little 3M sticky pad there, so that will stick to the windscreen. You've got a little black cover on the lens there, which you must remember to remove. On the side of it you've got an SD card slot and you've got a USB socket. Now I don't think we have an SD card unless there's one in the accessory box, so we may have to put one in there. You've got the on-off button at the side there to switch it on and off, obviously, and it's nice and lightweight as well, so it's not going to joggle too much and then come off when you're driving along. So that's the camera itself. Let's just get the box out of the way for a minute and we'll open up the accessory box. So in this box, oh, we've got lots of things. Oh yeah, we have got an SD card in there, that's good. So what we have in here is, well, so we've got a spare 3M pad. I suppose if you take it out of a car and put it in another car, you've got a little support card there. There is an app that controls this, so you can do everything on the app. You don't need to do it on the camera itself, so you need to download that. We've got a little cleaning cloth there, which is quite nice, so you can clean the lens. And here we've got a couple of little anti-static. You can put those on the window, and then you stick that to the window, and then you stick that to that. I think that's what you do. I'm not going to use them, I'm going to stick them straight to the glass. You've got a little couple of little, so they've thought of everything on here. You get a couple of little sticky back things that you can run the cables. So if you're not able to actually put the cable behind something, behind trim, that sort of thing, you can actually do it so it's nice and neat. So they're quite useful. And they think of it, they do think of everything. They even give you a trim removal tool. Or what you can do with the trim is you can just prise trim out to then be able to poke the cables behind it, which is actually quite useful. So we'll put all those back in, and as I say, it even comes with a 32GB SD card, so you can use it straight out of the box, which is really good. So we'll put all that back in there. We don't need all that for the moment. Oh, and of course the all-important connector. So what we have here is USB-C, I believe, connector, which is becoming more universal now, and a accessory socket or cigarette lighter socket, depending on how old you are, cigar lighter socket. Plug that in, plug that into the camera, and off you go. Now, if you have, if your car has an accessory socket that is live all the time, you can leave it plugged in. That will go into sleep mode, and then if anyone hits your car or anyone's trying to get into your car, it will automatically start recording. If it's only plugged into a socket which is only powered on when the car is switched on, then it will only power on when the car's active, which is how I have mine set up, because I've got my camera set up into a USB socket that is only powered when the ignition's on. So what you do is we take the SD card out, and then as you can see the SD card goes into the little slot there. Not sure which way round it goes, but it will only go in one way, which is that way. Push it in with your fingernail and it sits in there and stays there. So that's it. So just to go through a little bit of the specs, let's just go through those. So as I said, if you want to use it in parking mode, it does say here that you can get an additional hard wire kit. Not all, you won't necessarily, but you can get piggyback fuses, so you can piggyback it on a hard wire kit to another fuse that's already in there, or you use a spare fuse socket, whichever way you want to do it. So the power button that I showed you on the side, which is there, so what that does is you press it once to see the date and time. You press the button twice to check the Wi-Fi name and the password of the dash camera. Press it 3 times to get back to the recording interface. Press and hold the button for 3 seconds until you hear the first beep to manually power off the dash camera. Press and hold the button for 8 seconds until you hear the second beep to restore the camera restore the camera to factory settings. When you install a memory card into the dash camera, press this button once to format the card. So obviously we'll do that once we've got it powered into the car, which we'll go and do in a minute. Recording status. So you have lights on the recording status which tells you flashing red is recording standard video, flashes yellow, which is locking the current video. So if you've got it in parking mode and you want it to not overwrite that video, it will flash as yellow, saying that it's a locked one. You can delete them afterwards using the app, but of course it's better for them to not get overwritten if you've had a crash, or if you've someone's tried to break into your car or something like that. So what we need to do first is we need to download the app. So we've got a QR code there, so I'm going to download the app onto my phone, and then we'll carry on, and then we'll put it in the car and see what it's like. So when you click on the QR code, it comes up with the Vycol Cam app, and all you've got to do obviously is click on the get button. So it will obviously work on iPhones or on Android Auto. There'll be one for both. All we're going to do now is download it. We'll get an account set up with them. As you can see, it's downloading, it's already opened. So if we open that, you've got your terms of use, of course, which no one ever reads, and you click on agree. And then I've now got to set up an account. So don't have an account, sign up for one now. So I've never had a Vycol camera before, so I need to do this. It does say skip, so I don't know whether you can actually do it without setting up an account. So I will try that first. But we'll get it in the car, and then we'll set it up and we'll get it working. So what I have noticed, which is quite unusual for these things, is that the cable is really, really long. I'm sitting in a Fiat 500 here, but the cable is really, really long. They are often not long enough, and you have to use some sort of extension, but this one is plenty long. So once the camera is mounted up here, you can run the cable all the way along, all the way down there, underneath here, and all the way to the cigarette light socket, which is just there. So plenty room to be able to do that. So before we put it on the windscreen, we need to take off the little safety covers. So that will go on there. We'll keep that, so we'll be putting that back on afterwards. You've got a little LCD screen there which shows you some of your settings of the camera. And then on here we've got the one that's covering the lens, which, so I've heard, a lot of people haven't realised and wondered why they've got no picture. So we need to take that off, and I can't do it one-handed, I don't think. And then what we're going to do, take that off, and then what we'll do is we'll get it put up here. My windscreen's really dirty, I'll have to clean the windscreen. But I'm just going to stick it up here. You could stick it right there behind the camera, behind the mirror, which is probably better. In fact, that might... No, you can't see the screen if I do that, can you? You don't want it to distract you when you're driving, of course, but you want to be able to see it. Certainly the passenger wants to be able to see it. I mean, I wouldn't suggest putting it up here or up here. It needs to go relatively central, so I think probably just putting it there would be adequate. So that's where I'm going to stick it for now. And then I'm not going to run the cables because we'll be taking it out of this car. I'm putting it back in the box, basically. But that's where I'm going to put it. So let me just get that black bit off, and then we'll stick it up and we'll give it a try. Right, so I haven't yet stuck it on the windscreen. I've taken that off, taken that little thing off. But what I've done is I plugged it in. So if I switch the ignition on, you will see
recording started.
So you can see the recording has already started. So I do need to switch. So I didn't actually even realise. So start again. So I didn't actually even realise that you did get a preview. So that's quite nice that you actually get a preview of what you're looking at. So I think with the app, you could probably do lots of various settings, and we'll look at the app in a minute. But I think with the app, you can download the videos to your phone as well when you need to download them, or if you need to download them. But it's quite a nice, although it's small, the screen, it's actually, I don't know if you can get the effect of it, but it's actually quite a nice picture. And it is recording now as well. Yeah, not bad. Let's get it stuck to the windscreen. What we'll do is we'll go for a little drive, just go around the block, and I'll show you some footage from it. So on the app, it tells you to install the camera and power it on, which is what we've already done. Click on next, select the camera and Wi-Fi to connect. So what we should do is, if we go, we should find, it comes up as another network. So we may have to, oh no, here we go, Orbit, there it is. Oh, where's it gone? There it is, Orbit. So we connect to that. Password, right, the password was 12345678. So if we click on the join button, and it then will join to it. There we go. Right, that's now connected to it. So bearing in mind, I've not read the instructions at all. So now we've got the camera has been connected, and then we can also see the live picture. And there it is. You can see the live picture. So the recordings, camera files, you can look at the camera files. So it's been recorded, stopped because it's gone to play. So what we can do is we had that and we can play that. It's not going to show much because,
click on the join button,
and it's also got sound as well.
We'll join to it.
Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? You can have it on loop recording or snapshot. You can take photographs. You can have locked files, you can have all sorts of things. And then, as I said before, what you can do is you can select camera settings. Recording started again. Select camera settings. You can turn sound recording on or off. Obviously, if you have sound recording on, it will use up more memory, so you'll get less videos before it starts overwriting. Speaker volume, voice control, so you can talk to it by voice and ask it to start recording, that type of thing. It's 2.5K, the video resolution. So that's more than 2K, obviously. It's not 4K, but it's 2.5K, so it's a really nice resolution. You can put the loop recording duration, so each recording is going to be a minute long. So you can change that. You can decide whether to have a timestamp on it or not, and whether you want a 24-hour clock and the format of the date, month, day, year. Collision detection sensitivity, you can adjust that. It's automatically turn the screen off. And then of course it's all the Wi-Fi stuff and all that. So it's quite a good app for adjusting everything, so you don't have to fiddle about on a tiny little screen. So that's pretty good, isn't it? I like that. Hear the engine, and no doubt you can hear me speaking as well. So that's the distance I'm going to drive. So we'll have a little video there. And we'll see what the quality is like. So 2.5K is pretty good. Pretty good. And then we'll get back home again. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to buy myself one of these, and I might even buy some to give for Christmas presents as well. Lovely bit of kit, really nice. And the best bit is the price. Let me tell you about the price. So obviously it will depend on when you view this video, but at the moment it's on a Black Friday deal for $31.99. Normal price is only $39.99 anyway. So for a really good, compact, 2.5K, fully featured webcam, dash cam, 40 quid is a really good price anyway. Now, the manufacturers, Vycol, have told me that they will give me a 20% off voucher code. I haven't yet got that, but once I've got it, as soon as I've got it, I will be adding it into the description of this video. So if you want to get yourself one of these, go to the description of the video and you will see what the discount code is, and you can get yourself 20% off. Now, presumably, at the moment it's on a Black Friday deal. Whether you can get 20% off of that price, I don't know, but that will obviously be valid until the Black Friday deals end. So it's a no-brainer. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit. I love this. You know what? I'm actually tempted to, every car I get, is to get one of these and put it in. I think they're really nice. And for new drivers, I think having a dash cam, a decent dash cam as well, is almost a necessity. And of course, when I'm doing my projects, I can put it all around and have it nicely installed, so every person that buys one of my cars gets a dash cam installed. I think that's quite a nice idea, and for that price, especially with a 20% discount, is a no-brainer. So that's the end of this video. That is the Vycol Orbit 1 dash cam, 2.5K, fully featured, lovely quality, for potentially 32 quid with 20% off. So that's another, what, £6.40 off of that. So potentially you could get it for less than 20 quid. No, just over 20 quid, 25 quid, something like that. How good is that? Absolute bargain. So if you want to get yourself one, as I say, in the description of this video is a link to it on Amazon. There's also in that description a 20% discount code. Now, if you're watching this video sometime later, I will try and keep contact with Vycol and get other discount codes, maybe 10% ones or whatever they can give me, that we could keep in this description, that will make people that watch this video want to get one. Even at full price, at 40 quid, it's an absolute bargain. Fantastic bit of kit. I will certainly be buying them. The other webcam that I did a review on recently, it cost £300, which is a lot of money. This is 40 quid at full price. Fantastic bit of kit. I say that quite a lot, don't I? Fantastic bit of kit, but you know, where credit's due. I am going to take it out of this car now, and I'm going to put it in another car, because this car is literally about to go up for sale. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you want a camera, it's in the description with the link, with the discount code. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. There'll be more reviews to come. In fact, there's a very exciting review coming very, very soon. Thanks for watching. As always, if you're not a subscriber, hit that button, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and until the next one, stay safe, take care, and we'll see you soon.